So Princess Diana, she was actually before my time. Just gonna reminisce and look through some of these pictures. It says Diana with Prince William and Prince Harry. Princess Diana was actually before my time. You know, I was born in 82. So Princess Diana was, she's going to get into a car crash, and apparently it wasn't the paparazzi, it was a drunk driver. Which, I saw this one interview where she was sitting there saying, well, unfortunately, there were 3 people that were part of the relationship. There were 3 people that was between her and Charles and, I guess, Camille. I don't know. What I know about Princess Diana was that you had the Prime Minister, the Labour Party, Tony Blair, who called her the People's Princess, and the Queen was fucking up because the Queen wasn't showing enough attention after she had got killed. It was almost like she was a part of the damn thing. And you didn't cry. What the fuck? It's like Kim Potter. You killed a person. They're dead. And even if you had nothing to do with it, aren't you sad that they're gone? Jesus Christ. You didn't like her that fucking much? You didn't like her that when she had... and then think about it. You got hit in a... So drunk driver, it was a car accident. So that means her head hit the steering wheel and popped off and her face ripped off. Like, that's a terrible goddamn ending. That's a terrible... Edmund Burke, he said the French Revolution was crap because... The biggest fear of man is to have a violent death. She had a violent death. So in terms of the aristocracy and the Britain, you didn't protect your princess. And she didn't really have power. She was a princess, right? So you're not the queen. A lot of these fucking so-called royal families, and I hate royalists. I fucking hate royalists. But the fact that she was hated by the queen, Tony Blair tried to get her on board, and eventually she got on board. So Tony Blair was able to knock some sense into him. And then also just, thinking about Prince William and Prince Harry today and all the... There is no real point for the monarchy. The only thing I kind of like about it is that it's like they're the model family. And so as the model family, I like that they're dressing up in nice clothes and doing things. And I do see a lot of... I got a second cousin or second aunt, Marsha. So I do see some, something familiar. And that's, look, I like her hair back then. She actually seemed so much more, honest, good, and decent. More wholesome. But I guess as the years wore on, you could see the troubles in their face. Now there's another picture of Harry. Let's see, got a little hat there. Right, look at all these nice little pictures. Riding a little pony there. Tender moment for Diana and Prince Harry. When I think about the personalities of Prince William and Prince Harry, it's not their fault. It's the fault of the monarchy. It's the fault of the hereditary succession. The oldest son gets the job. Why is that? Why don't you put it to a vote? Why don't you do democracy? Why don't you get them both to run, and whoever gets more votes? You know why a president, There's 50 million reasons why a president is better than a king, because they are voted upon. They got 50 million constituents. 50 million people at least put a check. Yes, you're the guy. Who the fuck is a king? Who the fuck? Oh, you're just the asshole that want to rule over us. Oh, okay. Oh, and your mother ruled over us, so you think you get to rule over us? So when I think about the personality of Harry and William, I mean, because of hereditary succession, Harry will never be king. So Harry gets to be free. He's like the Ralph Nader of the bunch. He's like the Green Party, the independent. He's the one that can run his mouth. And we need him to run his mouth because we need to hear the truth. And without the truth, we can't. But Prince William is the one that's going to be the chosen successor. So he's got to run everything. He's got to, it's all going to fall upon his shoulders if the monarchy, if the royal family is going to, he's the one in line. And so he's got to be more serious. He's got to be more conservative. He's got to be more, basically he's going to be the man. He's going to be the man, and Harry never will. In terms of the tradition, right, of the royal family. So I just liked some of these pictures. And since Harry and Meghan Markle are still, in the media, I have a lot of problems with the Brits because of the American Revolution still. And the fact that the monarchy is still carrying on. Jesus Christ. Talk about doubling down on your all's fucking stupidity. No, the monarchy is great. Hobbes defends the monarchy, so I'll have to reconcile that. But you can have an elected monarch. That's what America is. We elect our king. And even though, Biden has a ton of power, Jared Polis is the king of Colorado. So in terms of which king has more influence over my life, it's Jared Polis. So Jared Polis is the king of Colorado, and Joe Biden's the king of America. But American government is one of restriction. And because we have 3 branches of government, because we have a Bill of Rights, because we have elections, there's a bunch of checks and balances for both Jared Polis and for Biden, and for the county commissioners. The county commissioners, that's Tocqueville. Tocqueville says that when it comes to local government, you know the guy. You can go to their house. You can see crystal clear if your local government actually gives a damn about you. Just be like, hey, Mr. Mayor. Hey, Mr. Sheriff Man. Hey, Mr. County Commissioner. You give a shit about me or my family? Do you give a shit about us working class families over here? So do we need a model family? Is it real important to have a model family? And in a way, America is the city on the hill. So we are the model family. We are the model nation for the world. My favorite American royal family are the Kennedys. And if I had to pick one of the Kennedys, it would be Robert Kennedy. That's my king. Not Jesus. Nope. Here's a picture that reminds me of Billy. So I got a cousin that, looks like Prince William. And these guys are my age. So it's like I grew up with them. I heard Diana got fucking, she died in that crash. So now these guys are orphans. And it's like, shit, what are they going to do now? They don't have their mother. They're like Bambi. Mother. Quick, Bambi, to the thicket. So they lost their mother when they were what? 10? They're already in the public eye. Was it a setup? Was it an accident? Doesn't matter. They lost their mother. They grew up without a mom. So yeah, Harry went to a party and he dressed. It was Halloween. You could dress like a witch and you could dress like a fucking all these ghosts and goblins and terrible things, a pirate and shit. But you can't dress up as a Dahmer or a fucking Nazi. That's pretty terrible. That's pretty awful. That's pretty scary. It's a scary costume. He went to Afghanistan. He said he killed 15 Taliban or 25 or something. How many of y'all went to fucking Afghanistan? Harry actually had to prove himself. He's not the next one in line. He's not just going to get the job just because he was born first. He's got to prove himself, and by having to prove himself, he understands what it means to be a president more than he understands in... When did Diana die? Is it 95 or something? The death of Diana, Princess of Wales. August 31st, 1997. So I'd been 15. I would have been 15. How old were them? Let's just type in Prince Harry. So it was 1997. And Harry was born in 84, so he's 2 years younger than me. He'd been 13 years old. And his brother is only a couple more years older than him, right? So he lost his mother when he was 13 years old, and then William, he was born in 82, so he's my age. He's 4 years younger than me. Born at St. Mary's Hospital in London. So in that perfectly English. The heir apparent. Get him to London. Make sure he's born in London. Covington, Kentucky. So 1982. He would have been in my age. So 15, 13, that's a young age to lose your mother. And essentially everybody knew what was going on. And what the fuck? Charles, he once said what? He wanted to be a tampon? He is a fucking tampon. Because he's a gross man. And he wants to be inside of a bloody vagina. I mean, like, I'm into women. I'm not into periods. So it's... You just got this, like... Oh, I like... Ooh, I don't like. I got this mixture of. And what's the point of that story? Well, the point of that story is, what's the fucking point of goddamn Charles? Make sure he doesn't fuck up. Don't say dumb shit. Don't fuck up and say dumb shit. Embarrass us. Well, he's a nice guy. Is he going to give us a constitution, 3 branches of government? Is he going to give us elections? He got rid of Liz Truss. Son of a bitch.